Welcome to the course documents page of Blackboard. Here you will find the first 6 weeks worth of assignments that I have posted. You can look through them. As well, when we finish on this page, please proceed to the discussion board where you can complete your introduction to your peers. There is another video there just discussing how the discussion board is used. So that's pretty much it for week 1 outside of reading the first chapter in the textbook. For week 2, you will be watching a number of videos that you can access here. I'm just going to open the tab. As you see, they are listed here. There's 4 of them. No, there's 5 of them. Sorry about that. So be sure to view those. Once you have completed the viewing of those videos, you will proceed to the research skills quiz. It will appear on this menu. You just can't see it yet in this video, but it will be there by the time you are taking this course. Completing that quiz, you may take that quiz as many times as you like, starting on Friday, and you have 1 week to complete the quiz, so it closes at noon the following Friday. Your best mark is registered, so you can try as many times as you like, and it will be your highest grade that will be recorded. All right, week 3 comes next, and it's the first time you will be actually writing something for me, so we're just going to go into this week's folder. They are all pretty much laid out the same. Here it has a screencast of its own that you can view when the time comes. Followed by that are PowerPoints that I have taken the highlights and what I consider to be the most important sections from each chapter and created my own PowerPoint for you to view. We will just quickly open it up as well. And please plan to view it as a slideshow. That is how it was designed. So that will be best for viewing. We'll get it going here. I can't access the... There we go. All right, so it will just play for you. It has a number of details in it that will be relevant for your coming assignment. You can play this as many times as you like. It does complement the contents for the chapter itself in the textbook. So let's get back out of here. I do recommend that you not only look at the overview, but if you have time and you're willing, also check out the PowerPoints from the publisher. They are a more thorough version. These are especially important if you are going to be unable to read the chapter for the week. I do recommend getting a hold of the textbook and reading the relevant chapters. As you know, an online course, you are still to be spending 3 to 6 hours per week on it, comparable to an in-class course where you would spend 3 hours of lecture and then another 3 hours of homework. We should still be trying to plan to dedicate that amount of time to this course as well. So those are the things that I would like you to look at prior to opening your assignment, which we're just going to quickly walk through together. All right, so how I have your assignments laid out, each one will have an objective. I am a big fan of having you know why you're doing an assignment, what value it is to you, and how it fulfills some of those learning outcomes and objectives for this course. As well, it has instructions telling what content you're going to need to supply for me, where you can possibly get some of the information that you need. I will be referring to the textbook, to diagrams, samples from the textbook on specific pages to help you complete your work, and just more reminders at the bottom. This is followed by a reminder of the due date, which is always noon Friday, and this one is where 7.5% of your grade. All of my documents end with the marking rubric, a clear outline of how it is that you will be earning your grades. So as you see, writing conventions are a portion of the mark, a fifth of the mark in this case, and you are rewarded accordingly for how well you fulfill each of the criteria in this list. All right, so that is week 3. Let's just go back. And week 4 is a little different. It will have its own screencast. It's actually in 3 parts, quite chatty on week 4, so be sure to view those. Instead of textbook readings this week, instead of a PowerPoint, this week you have your textbook readings of chapters 2 and 3, and as well I want you to read this RBC document and this excerpt from a Financial Post article. So those will be your readings for the week. The PowerPoints from the publisher are here as well to give you a thorough overview. And then after you've read all of that and viewed your screencasts, please come to the assignment itself. And as I have stated before, this is an assignment that has 2 parts. You will be posting your immediate response by noon Wednesday, and you will be responding to a peer by noon on Friday. So plan your time accordingly in week 4. Again, the objective is there. Explicit instructions, including the different questions that you will be answering, the different sources that you will be using to do those questions. There's a link to APA format there. This is the first assignment that requires it. So please follow those directives as well. And as usual, there's more deadline, Wednesday of week 4, Friday of week 4, and again, this is where 7.5% of your grade. A little bit more of a detailed marking scheme this time around, because you are answering 3 separate questions, as well as that peer response. You also obtain some marks for the APA formatting and your writing. All right, this is going to go more quickly in a second. Week 5, almost there. All right, this is more like week 3, where you have my overview of the PowerPoint, as well as the publisher's overview for Chapter 10. You only have 1 chapter to read this week, and then you have your assignment again. And this one is on summarizing and persuading. So again, we have the objective, we have the requirements. This one is going to require a little bit of creativity, a little bit of research, different seminars and courses that may be valid and available to you post-graduation is what I'm looking for. So I'm thinking of you as a communicator, 5 years from now, post-grad, you're in your job and you're looking to get some extra information that will be of value to someone in your field. So there, again, we're going to have you present it following the format on pages 318 to 322 of the text. Please plan to access a copy of the textbook that week. You will want to have a look at those specific pages. All right, and as usual, this one is worth 10% of your grade, and the rubric is here giving the breakdown from where your marks come from. Okay, so those are the written components for the course. Our last week together, you will be completing a chapter test. So once again, you will need the textbook. I am providing the full overviews of chapters 15 and 16 from the publisher, but I strongly recommend that when you do the test, you have the textbook in hand. All right, it is absolutely open book test. They are randomized questions. So if you're sitting beside a friend to do this, it is taken from a pool of questions. Do not be surprised or shocked when your questions do not match up with a person sitting near you. There is a big pool and you're only doing 25 of them. This test is worth 10% of your grade. So half of the test mark, your other professor will be presenting you with the other portion later in the semester. So that is it for the 6 weeks of course documents. And now that we've finished there, please go into the discussion board. And as you see, there is a link here for one more video. I can't make it a live link. I don't know why. Discussion board and I don't get along. And then once you're finished with that, please do this getting to know you overview for this week. As you see, we will be using the discussion board again for you to upload your work in weeks 3 and 4. Just follow the directions on the documents and email me with any questions you might have. Thank you.